In this video, I'm ranking every LEGO Harry Potter set released in 2024 so far, starting with the most trash set, which is so bad it makes me want to take an Avada Kedavra to the face, working my way up to the best set of the year, the one that I'd fight a 7-year-old for if there was only one left. In this tier system, there are 5 tiers, which are God tier, which is the best of the best, exceeds expectations, not bad but not great, Cho Chang aka boring as hell, and Avada Kedavra. The sets that are so bad I would enjoy watching them suffer from the Cruciatus curse. Now remember, these are my opinions, but I have posted a link to the tier list below and I'd love for you to complete it yourself, and later we can go through your submissions and find the average ranking for each set. Without further ado, let me start with this piece of absolute garbage, Draco in the Forbidden Forest, set 30677. Now calling this a set is a bit generous. It's a poly bag, it's cheap, like £3.49 cheap for retail or £4.99 if you're in the US. But trust me, you get what you pay for. Let's talk about the Forbidden Forest design in 2024. Honestly, it's just awful. I get it, they were going for that moonlit vibe with the blue trees, trying to make it all mysterious and spooky, but seeing these blue trees in the daytime, yeah, it's just weird, man. They look like they belong in Smurf Village, not Hogwarts. There is a single redeeming feature though, that's Draco's lantern actually glows in the dark, but that's not enough to save this set from being absolute trash. It's going straight to the bottom of the pile. No questions, F tier, easy. You probably guessed the same goes for set 76432, which is the Forbidden Forest Magical Creatures, which retailed for $24.99 or $29.99 if you're in the US. Same blue trees, kinda cool Buckbeak, but it's never going in my basket. So that's also joining Draco in this section. There was one more Forbidden Forest set, which is 76434 Aragog in the Forbidden Forest, retailing for $17.99 GBP or $19.99 USD. This set is not quite as dreadful because Aragog himself is actually pretty cool. I definitely wouldn't want a giant spider on display in my room, but I can admit that this set is ever so slightly better than the previous 2, so I think it's only fair that it goes one tier above. Now, all of that's out of the way, let's dive into 76426, the Boathouse. I get that it's a part of the modular Hogwarts castle system, which is cool and all, but let's be real, it's not exactly a set you would display on its own. If I wasn't already deep into building the new Hogwarts system, I probably wouldn't have picked this one up. It's not that I dislike it or anything, it's just pretty basic. There's nothing here that really grabs your attention. It's like, yeah, it's a boathouse, cool I guess. But let me tell you, the Professor McGonagall minifig, let's see if I can find a picture here, yep, just over here. This minifig is straight up carrying the whole thing, like I'm pretty sure she has a bad back from carrying this set on her own. No joke, this minifig is in a league of its own and it might just be my favourite of the year. So for $31.99 or $37.99 USD, you're getting an okay build but a god tier minifigure. All things considered, this set is landing in a comfortable, not bad, not amazing, but definitely not a regret. Alright, now let's talk about 76430, the Hogwarts Owlery. This one, unlike the Boathouse, is way better for displaying on its own, and honestly it kinda has to be because as far as we know it doesn't connect directly to the rest of the system. It's doing its own thing, but I'm here for it. The snowfall detail on this set is chef's kiss. Hogwarts in the snow just hits different. It's next level magical, but only 364 pieces and a price tag of $39.99 GBP or $44.99 if you're in the US. This set covers a surprising amount of space. It feels like really good value for what you're getting. It turned out way better than I expected, So I'm gonna have to put this one in exceeds expectations. Now our first big ticket item is the Great Hall, set 76435, coming in at 299 USD or 169.99 if you're in the UK. This is the main build for the new Hogwarts system, and let's be honest, it's the one that everyone had hyped up from the start. I didn't waste much time picking this one up, because of course I'm all in on building the new system. Now this is supposed to be the most detailed version of the Hogwarts castle yet, and on that front it does deliver. I'm really relieved we've moved on from the green roofs and we finally got these new grey star ones. The slide-in bits at the bottom, which, let's see if I can find a picture here. Yep, so these two things slide in at the bottom. That's a really nice touch, and the troll is, yeah, super awesome. But I gotta say, the whole thing does feel a bit squashed. I never used to think that actually until someone pointed it out, and now it's like one of those things you can't unsee. It's hard to give a final verdict on this one without seeing the final Hogwarts set up at full scale, so I'm not ready to call it God tier, but it is very nice, and I think that's gonna go in exceeds expectations. It's a high tier for sure. Buckbeak, man, what a letdown. I've got both the Forks and the Hedwig buildable creatures, and I was really excited to keep the theme going. But then I saw this, and yeah, massive disappointment. The colour scheme, it just doesn't do it for me. I know Buckbeak is white, but this kind of gives you the sci-fi robot vibe instead of a magical creature. That's not what Buckbeak should feel like at all. I was really hoping LEGO would stick with the flappable wings and the stand, but yeah, they didn't. So I didn't end up buying this one, and honestly I don't think I ever will, especially not at $54.99 or $59.99 if you're in the US. It's not the worst thing ever, definitely not bottom tier, but it's not for me, so I think it lands around somewhere around Cho Chang, which means it's okay, but definitely not something I'm excited about. The Ford Anglia set 76424 is a nice and cheap little set with just 165 pieces, retailing for just $12.99 or $14.99 if you're in the US. Yeah, we've seen a lot of versions of this car over the years, so I get why it's not the most hyped release, but honestly I'm not mad at this set at all. This version, the version that come with the Privet Drive set only fits one minifigure, so this redesign, especially at the price point, is a welcome upgrade. I'm actually a big fan of the new back window design, because the other one had this sort of awkward sticker on it. Yeah, I'm a big fan of it. It's not mind-blowing, but for what you're paying, it's a solid upgrade, so I'm gonna put this, I think, in the middle tier of not bad. Now let's talk about Hagrid's Hut, 76428. Yeah, I know it's been remade more times than you can count, but honestly, I don't think you can beat this one. I knew I was going to buy it the second I saw it. The detail on this set is just insane. The mossy roof, the textured walls, it's so well done, and when you open it up there's just so much detail on the inside. Plus we finally got a brand new Hagrid minifigure, which is a rare treat. The attention to detail is really nice. You get Norbert's egg just here, if I can get a close up, and you also get a little Norbert minifigure, which is perfect. For me, this is probably one of my favourite sets of the year, so I think I'm going to have to put this one in God tier. Next up is Hedwig at 4 Privet Drive. Definitely not a set I was expecting. It's a bit of a different take on Hedwig, slightly more cartoony 2D version, if you know what I mean. It's only 337 pieces, priced at $17.99 GBP or $19.99 USD. So it's pretty small, but honestly it's kind of cute. I'm definitely going to pick this one up if I see it for a good price. I think it would look awesome as a little replacement for the Privet Drive set. Of course, there's the usual downside of this sticker situation. You see how they split it down the middle. Honestly, they really need to stop doing that. It's not acceptable. But honestly, I don't have too much to say about this set. It's cute, it's fun, it's not amazing. I think I'm going to put it in the not bad category. Alright, let's talk about the Mandrake, set 76433. So the Mandrake is, when it was first leaked, I made a video about it, and honestly I wasn't sure how they were going to pull it off and how they were going to recreate a Mandrake with all its weird shapes and funky body, but surprisingly they actually did it, and without the screaming, thank goodness, although low-key I wish they'd throw in a sound brick for the extra touch. Now, when it's sitting in the pot, it's not super exciting until you pull it out and you see the full body, and that's when it gets pretty cool. I wasn't too hyped on the set initially, but the more I see it and seeing it in person, it's really grown on me. $59.99, didn't pull the trigger, but if I spotted it on sale for around £30, I'd probably pick it up in all honesty. Like, it's fun, I think it deserves a spot. I think it's gonna have to go in the not bad category. It looks like everything's going in the not bad category at this rate. Next up is Ollivander's and Madame Malcolm's robe, set 76439. It's part of the new Diagon Alley system and retailed for $79.99. Now, if you own the larger Diagon Alley set, you might not be the biggest fan of this one. It's smaller, less detailed, and feels a bit more like a starter pack for Diagon Alley. But that's actually perfect for me because it lets me build this Diagon Alley over time, spreading out the cost and the experience. There are some interesting minifigs included, and the interiors of the shops have a lot of really nice details that I genuinely love. But it kind of feels unfinished, like literally it's just the front of the buildings, like you're not even getting a full roof on these things. Like, come on, just give us a roof at least. The interior of Ollivander's in this set though is actually better than the one in the bigger Diagon Alley set for me, mainly because of all the wands inside. It's a nice touch, so it's kind of a mix of pros and cons here. I really hope they keep this theme going so I can eventually have my own miniature Diagon Alley, but it sounds like they might be planning some other kind of Diagon Alley set in 2025, which we don't know much about yet, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be part of this system. So yeah, it's okay. It didn't blow me away, but it's nice enough, and if we eventually get a full lineup of shops, it could be pretty sweet. Damn it, it's going to have to go in not bad as well. Hogwarts Castle Potions class, set 76431. This one's designed to slide underneath the new Great Hall. But here's the question, can you display it on its own? And my answer is yes, definitely, you absolutely can. I picked up this set specifically because I prefer it over the dorm room that goes under the Great Hall. But let me tell you, it completely blew my mind when I built it. There's some seriously amazing features packed into this little set. New parts, great minifigures, and you can just tell that so much thought went into the design. And for only $34.99, it's a steal. I'm putting this one way up there. I think this is definitely, it's not God tier because there's not too much there, but it's going to have to go and exceeds expectations. It's only £30 and it's kind of sad because that's one of the best sets you can get out of all these sets that have been released. Okay, two left. Let's talk about the Sorting Hat. Yeah. So I respect the idea behind this set, but the execution, not so much. I mean, it's cool that they brought back the sound brick, but I'm honestly baffled at how this set even made it to the market. It literally looks like a turd. I don't know about you guys, but this has got to be the worst and most ridiculous waste of money out of everything we've seen this year. And the kicker, this thing's almost £100. It's just insane because it's so weird. Sorry if you're a fan, but this one is just not for me. It's going straight in the bin. Avada Kedavra. Last but not least, we've got the Durmstrang ship and Beauxbaton's carriage, set 76440. Triwizard Tournament The Arrival, they call it. This is the second largest set we've had this year, retailing for $124.99 or $139.99 USD, with a solid 1,229 pieces. Now, most Harry Potter fans will tell you The Goblet of Fire is their favourite movie in the series, and the sets that go with it are some of the best too. This ship is absolutely epic. We've been asking for it for a long time, and now it's finally here. It's a really well done ship, and the carriage is pretty cool too. The new minifigures are really impressive. I haven't picked this one up yet, but I'm definitely gonna get it when I can. I mean, next to a full build of Hogwarts, this would look insane. So yeah, this one's crazy. It's definitely going right up. I think this is a god tier set. There you go. That's my tier list for the 2024 Harry Potter lineup. Please remember, this is my opinion. There's no wrongs or rights here, so please let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree. And don't forget, you can complete the tier list in the link in the description, and we will go through all of your submissions and get an average rank for all of the sets. As usual, thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this.